is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Finds the tight end. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Keeps it and gets the first down. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Release to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The noise level is relentless here on second down. Not in rhythm there, incomplete. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long cover. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Unloads to the wideout. And wings it incomplete. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman, David. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and we saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollack, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an
said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the LSU Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Going to try to get it himself. He works his line, not enough.
They're going to have to do a better...
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going to fire to the left. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. Now on second down. Off play action. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to...
Said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the winner... This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house.
The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Let's talk for a minute about LSU. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Third down defense is so...
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. All kinds of time before he fires right. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. He's not afraid to go deep. And that's going to be in. It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Oh, he's going to go up top. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, LSU!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold them here on 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy.
There he goes! And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Hauls it in. Quick step and go. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Looking to throw again. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Still looking, on the move. Trying to escape and get it himself. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down.
He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Yeah, coming into the game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, both teams doing some early work, and now they'll try to add to this 21-14 lead. Here's a heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to...
Turning it on! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fires on the move. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
He's marked down at the 16-yard line.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the red zone, looking for a man. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the complete.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Hums it downfield. It's caught downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. There he goes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here we go, here we go. Going right to work up top. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard.
Intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the...
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
That pass not close as he got drilled. The run from the shotgun. Makes his man miss. He has the first and still on his feet. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They've got it at the 36. It's a first and 10. Oh, they're after him. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Lost, the defense is wide open. Racing down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Now they've got it at the 44 on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll try to do it himself. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
That's caught. It's Anderson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. No mid. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, LSU! They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to run it. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right down the middle. Spins away from the defense. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
I like...
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air on first down. Got him downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Grab near the marker. It's Durham. Oh, he's got some space. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. This dude is absolutely taking a flamethrower to this secondary. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it. Makes the grab. Finds a crease at the 20. Breaks into the open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving on the year for him.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rocks some more here, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd and goal from the 2? And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like... This offense has it with really good field position.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business.
Touchdown, Tigers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are... They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides to back and leaves it. At the 35, he's open. Turning it on. The 20. Past the... Touchdown, LSU! LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Across the 25, he's got room. Sprinting away. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They go to the ground. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Unleashes it. It's caught. Running free. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Pure domination all game long for this offense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field.
Trick 9 feet. Trick 9 feet.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 35. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly. That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of a physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. They've got the screen set up. Oh, what a cut! He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
You know, you just can't coach toughness and...
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if These guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Drum! Ready, ready! Hold on! Form! Take go! Here we go! Set! Ready, go! Charcoal! Charcoal! Hold on! Down! Get up! Here we go! Company! Drum! Drum! Ready! Cooler! Cooler! Let's go! Pace! 27! Sit on! Banner! 180! Flag! 180! Let's go! Let's go! 180! Set! 2.
Bye.